Hi you guys. What I'd like to talk about today is why compete. This is something that's kind of timely because we're coming up on CrossFit Open is the big one, and that's the main thing I'm going to be discussing here, but also we're doing the Road Royalty competition in January. We're also doing our Paleo Challenge starting in January, and it kind of brings to mind philosophically and practically the question we must ask ourselves is like, why are we doing this? Okay? And it's not always obvious. In this day and age where there's guys like Rich Froning who can snatch over 300 pounds, and ladies like Camille LeBlanc who can snatch over 200 pounds and do all kinds of amazing things that seem impossible, why would I even, why would you enter into an arena with them, even this kind of like online virtual arena that is a lot of these competitions, or go to a local throwdown where some of these athletes are going to show up and, can I compete against them? Is that realistic? There's all these doubts basically that enter our minds and challenge us to think about our reasons for doing things. And that's what I'd like to do today. I'd like to start with, though, some basic math, okay, I put up here on the board. In 2015, last year, 272,000 people participated in the 2015 CrossFit Open. Qualifying to the next level, we call regionals, only a select few made that leap. Individuals, about 320, 40 per region, spanning 8 regions. Masters qualified directly to the games, 200. Teens, only 40, that's a new thing. Teams, I forgot to write down teams there. Each team qualifies 8 individuals to represent the team at the 8 different regionals, and there's 30 teams per regional. That's actually the bulk of it. 1,920. This basically means 2,480 people have a snowball's chance in hell of either qualifying for regionals, which is the big show on the local level basically, or to the games itself, okay? These people have a very intense motivation because there's this real tangible thing that they get to participate in if they make it to the next level, and they are a significant part of the community. But let's say maybe 4 times that many people are, in the running, have a sense that, this is something I want to do, this is something I want to train for, next year maybe, a conservative estimate, honestly, 4 times, 5 times, whatever. I already did this math and I'm just kind of copying here. That gives us 9,000, almost 10,000 people that realistically their focus will be like, I'm going to train to qualify for regionals and or to the games, okay, in the world, okay, as part of the open population here. If we compare that number to the total number participating, that's 4% of the population that's already participating in the Open. There's a whole bunch of people that aren't participating in the Open yet that I would like to encourage, but on a base level, about 4% of people are taking the sport of fitness seriously enough that they're pushing to qualify for the next level. So what does that leave left? 96%. 96% of all those people participating in the Open probably don't have any realistic chance of qualifying for the next level. Maybe if it's their first year and like 5 years from now they're going to put together a plan, that's possible. But by and large, people are doing the Open for other reasons. They have a different motivation than someone who's trying to compete in it as a sport. And I'd like to delve into a few of those reasons, potential reasons, because that's going to be where things get interesting and the chickens come home to roost basically for a lot of us here at the gym, okay? So I'd like to start from a basic premise here, and it comes back to, forget about CrossFit games. What are we trying to do with CrossFit in general, okay? This is kind of a generalization, but we are showing up to the gym every day. We are practicing overcoming obstacles, okay? Setting ourselves up with some adverse circumstances that we maybe have the potential to overcome, either by doing a faster workout, lifting more weight. We are basically practicing this thing that's gonna enable us to win at life, okay? By making it a habit, okay? Dealing with adversity, overcoming adversity is something that if you practice regularly, you get better at and can translate to your regular life. So on the most basic level, I would assert that CrossFit and the CrossFit Games is training us to practice overcoming obstacles to help us be better for how we deal with things in our day-to-day life, okay? Second thing is, it's finite, okay? The open itself is 5 or 6 weeks. It's finite, and your training quality and focus during that time, I guarantee, is going to go way up, okay? When you have something on the horizon, maybe you're even losing sleep over it. Oh shit, I gotta learn double unders in 5 weeks. I gotta learn double unders in 2 weeks. I gotta learn double unders tomorrow. You're going to start improving at it very rapidly simply because you're gonna spend more time doing it. And there's so many different aspects that the CrossFit Games will challenge us in that it's gonna really focus and improve the quality of each hour you spend here in the gym training, okay? Second thing is lifestyle factors. You know who goes to bed on time? Someone that's got to get up in the morning to do a competition. Okay? It's that simple. When you know you have something that you're preparing for and you have to do your best, or even your best is going to be a challenging thing to output, you're going to do everything you can to, outside of the gym, make things come together. Sleep better, hopefully eat better, do mobility work if you need it. Everybody pretty much needs it. Those are the things that are going to help you do better at the CrossFit Open, and it's also going to help you just live a healthier life. Okay? All these things go hand in hand. Okay? The fourth thing I'll write here is community. Cypher. Community. Culture. You're part of a worldwide movement, believe it or not. A kind of counterculture against the sedentariness that's kind of overtaken our culture in America and throughout the rest of the industrialized world. And being a part of this community can be powerful if you let it be, okay? On the local scale, it's very obvious. You have friendships, you have different places you can go to work out and share this experience, but you're actually part of a global community, and that's kind of awesome and kind of inspiring. Okay? Which actually kind of ties in to the next item here. Inspire someone. Okay? Moms and dads in the community. Those of you that have little kids. You know who's watching what you do? I don't have to answer that. Okay? You don't even know when you do these workouts how much you guys have a very synergistic effect on each other. Just watching someone else throw down, for some reason, it just pulls at our heartstrings. It makes us want to do more, even if that person's effort itself has no relation to our outcomes ultimately. It actually does, okay? The sixth one here is something kind of personal to me. Do not go gentle into that good night. We're not going to perform at our peak level forever. I myself have made the conscious decision that actually making a run for the regionals or the games is not where I want to be, given that my commitments are a little spread out and I want to be a really good business owner, manager of this gym, and coach for all you guys and help develop this community in so many ways. And I still train myself as an athlete, but I really just want to do things that challenge myself just because, and I don't want to hang them up, and I don't want to assume that it's too late for me to at least make a full effort to pour my heart out into something and show what I got today, whether or not yesterday and the day before were perfect training leading up to it, okay? And the last thing, of course, is it's just fun, okay? It can be really fun. We're gonna try to do what's called the Intramural Open this year, which means that we're gonna have little fun sub-competitions within the gym to make it more than just, what's your ranking on the leaderboard this week. Even though that's awesome and you may PR and learn some skills along the way, we can have a little fun, maybe a little costume contest in the gym on our own to make it kind of interesting and make it a little more cool for you guys, okay? The last thing I'll say is that there are some basic contraindications. If you have some pretty serious mobility limitations, okay? If you can't get below parallel on a squat no matter what, we're not gonna try to put you on a clock and go, 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 here's thrusters for time, bro. No, that's not gonna happen. Second thing is, if you're just brand spanking new, if you don't know the difference between a clean and a snatch, if you haven't figured out yet, to look at the time when you finish the workout, or you're just kind of on that learning curve, yes, we do want you to get there eventually, but that's probably a 3 or 6 month process, and we're not gonna force you into this environment where there's a lot of extra stuff going on, okay? But in all of these circumstances, please just come talk to us. You don't necessarily know until you come talk to us whether or not really some of these workouts will be a good fit for you or not. You may be surprised you'll be able to do more than you think, even if you can't do the one workout with that one thing you can't do. There's plenty of them you still probably can do, okay? They do have a scale division starting last year, and they'll continue that on this year, which is basically a way to guarantee that almost all the workouts are doable if you have a reasonable amount of experience and you don't have any severe joint or past kind of history limitations, okay? So I hope you guys can kind of look at this and see why. I talked a lot about the CrossFit Open, but local throwdowns, okay? Paleo challenge is very basic. Like, you can see how that can improve your health, the accountability, and the synergy of the community. And just anything that gets you in this social motivation sphere is gonna enhance your quality of training, is gonna enhance your quality of life, is gonna make you care more about what you do every day showing up at the gym. And I think that's as good a reason as any to throw down, $20. The Open actually is a losing business endeavor, I found out, for CrossFit HQ, but they do it because one, it sets up for the games, and two, because it unites us and solidifies the bonds of our community. I hope this has been helpful for you guys. Please consider participating and signing up into some of these upcoming events we have and are going on in the community all the time.